আমরা তো কেউ ভালো টেকনিশিয়ান না, আমাদের ইঞ্জিনিয়ার সাহেবদের কাজ লাগছে। So we are pleased to welcome Dr. Mujibur Haq. উনি অনেক কষ্ট করে অনেকগুলো থেকে হিউস্টন থেকে আসছেন। He is a professor of natural medicine, right? Naturopathy. তো উনি আমাদেরকে একটু শিখাবেন, বলবেন লাইফস্টাইল দিয়ে কিভাবে ইনস্টেড অফ মেডিসিন লাইফস্টাইল দিয়ে কিভাবে we can keep ourselves healthy. So welcome Dr. Mujibur.
Thank you. Okay. সবাই শুনতে পাচ্ছেন সবাই? Yeah. বিসমিল্লাহ, শুনতে পাচ্ছেন না? আউযু বিল্লাহি মিনাশ শাইতানির রাজিম। বিসমিল্লাহির রহমানির রহিম। আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ওয়াসসালাতু ওয়াসসালামু আলা সাইয়্যিদিল মুরসালিন ওয়া আলিহি ওয়া সাহবিহি আজমাইন। My dear brother and sister, I welcome all of you the health seminar, and thank you for inviting me here, and thank you of course for your time. So about myself, I'm doctor in functional medicine, and I'm PhD in bioorganic chemistry, and I'm professor of chemistry. So my practice, I'm licensed holistic practitioner, and I follow natural, integrative, and functional medicine. That's my expertise, that's my practice. So সুপ্রিয় ভাইরা, আপনি দেখতে পাচ্ছেন এখানে আমার ডিটেলস এখানে দেওয়া আছে। তো আজকে যখন এখানে আসছিলাম, তো আসার আগে স্যান ডিয়েগোতে একটা বাসায় অল্প কিছুক্ষণের জন্য স্টপ বাই করলাম আর কি। এভরিওয়ান ইজ বেঙ্গলি, রাইট? হিয়ার How about you? Oh yeah, okay. So okay, let's go English, okay? So I stopped by in a house like for tea, and it was like quick visit to meet someone, and I was talking about some health related, not even health, something close to health, and I was talking, and there were 5 people over there. Everyone became my patient. Nobody had any diagnosed disease, which means that when I'm talking about some kind of health related issue, everyone finds that they have some problem too. They are struggling with some kind of health discomfort. So, and this is the reality. 70% American are suffering some kind of chronic disease, and 20% American suffering more than one autoimmune disease, and 50% American taking medicine daily basis. If you go to every disease, this is more dangerous. Imagine half of us are going to die out of some kind of heart related problem. Could be heart attack, could be stroke, could be died during the open heart surgery. And other 50%, they are not gonna die with a normal death. Out of other half of them, or I mean 30% of them will die of cancer. And it is going to be much more because the data, the number of death with the disease is going high and high. And other 20% is not going to by normal death either. Some kind of diabetes or some kind of autoimmune related health complication will be their cause of death. Imagine this is the reality. This is who we are right now. And if you look at we don't have doctor in the society, we don't have a hospital. We do have a hospital. We have a big hospital. We have more than 10,000 disease diagnosed and prescription and medicine is there. And every one of us wants to make their kids future doctor. because they have a very good career, very good life, very good salary scale, very good payoff, paycheck. So what is the gap? I grew up in village in Bangladesh, in the district of Feni. I remember that disease was some kind of tiredness, weakness, headache, or diarrhea. That's all I can remember. When I went to high school, then I found out that someone had a heart disease. I was confused. What do you mean heart disease? And now, high schooler come to my clinic, say, or parents bring to me, they have a heart disease. They have a dermatitis. They have several autoimmune disease. This is the situation. I'm gonna go a little more. This boy is 3 years old. He came to California, so that's why I wanted to show you the slide. He came to California for his treatment. He was a normal child, just walking like a regular child. And he's actually from Texas, 6 hours away from my city, Houston. And he was diagnosed with he was not diagnosed, he was doctor thought that he has a big mass in his head, in the brain. So they thought that must be a cancer. And stage 4, the size, it shows stage 4 cancer. This is the age they don't want to treat with a chemo. Go to California, they have a specialized oncologist. They can decide the best for your kid. That's what I told to his mom, Crystal. And that's what they did. They came here, they do twice chemo, and the boy became like flat, they got heart failure. He couldn't move, he had no sense, he lost consciousness, and they stopped chemo, and he was admitted to Texas Children's Hospital, as you see the name. And that's how they found me. Doctor said, his heart is failed, cancer is not improving, and his blood count and WBC, RBC, everything low. He needs blood transfusion. And heart, we cannot do anything because his blood pressure is too low and heart is not functioning. Doctor says, we need to release you from the hospital. And then mom, Crystal, said, I have a faith. No, their Christian faith. According to their faith, she said, I saw a dream, or I talked to my God, she said, and my son will survive. I don't want to be released. And she found me. What I did, I looked at her report, which is the most shocking part is in the report. His cancer, the tumor, the size was okay as a stage 4 level size, and it was not confirmed as a cancerous cell. They thought that the size it developed, the mass should be a cancer. And that's why he was in chemo. That's why as side effect of chemo, he got heart failure. And what I did, I looked at his tongue because my functional medicine, by looking at the tongue, we can get full display of the body. And I looked at and we do kinesiology. Advanced kinesiology shows that he doesn't have a cancer. And then I was surprised why, there's no cancer sign. I didn't look at that. I didn't focus on that. What I did, I support what the heart needs. I support what the inflammation from the chemotherapy has developed. And I just give food supplement and change the food completely, get the high nutrients, plant powder base, omega-3 fatty acid. And within 8 days, blood pressure became normal. He a little bit moving, because he never moved last few months. He started moving a little bit, and doctor checked his blood count, WBC, RBC, everything is normal. And doctor said, Now you can go home because everything is normal. Just take care of him. And previously, doctor told him that take him home because he cannot do anything. His heart is not functioning. He needs blood transfusion. You don't want to do blood transfusion. Take it home. Now doctor said yes, you can take it home because he's good. But he needs to continue taking, being in the special care to, improve his health. Before I come to California, I had a meeting, virtual meeting with a patient, and they said that he improved much more. I don't know how much he improved. So this is the success of the science, because how the body working, if you look at that point, things work. The evidence-based science work. Of course, we need medicine whenever we need with a severe major disease. Let me give one more example. This video, you guys, many of you saw in the YouTube, right? Anybody saw this video in the YouTube? This video? Yeah. So you saw his speech, right? He got heart attack. Doctor said you need to have a surgery on the Monday morning. And he actually from Houston, Mr. Litton. And he called to my clinic. That time I used to be working Saturday because my teaching schedule is the one I think which day I work. So that time I had to work Saturday, but now I don't work Saturday. Now my teaching schedule is different. He called me Saturday in the clinic, urgent help. He's in hospital, he's in open heart surgery, going to be open heart surgery, multiple heart attack, multiple blockage, and heart attack, and blood pressure, blood sugar 350, beyond 350 with a high level of insulin, blood sugar is not being controlled. So sugar not being controlled, going to be open heart surgery with a 100% blockage, 200% blockages. And he said, I don't want to do open heart surgery because I'm almost dying with the angiogram they did. Because huge sugar, even insulin is not working. Then he came to my clinic. I said, I cannot do that. It's medical. It's a medical part. That's the situation you are. Your body is not functioning. You have to depend on the medicine right now. That's why I always say we need a doctor, we need a hospital, but when you need, not the forever, depending on the medicine and make the life miserable. Within 3 days of my prescription with a functional medicine, again, I did not treat his heart attack, no. I did not treat his diabetes. What I did, I supported the sugar metabolism. I supported the fuel of the heart. Within 3 days, his blood pressure, blood sugar, the pain became normal. You saw his speech in the Medita. He came to life twice with a doctor, two other folks and with myself too. What I mean that if we can support the body, it is a miracle. Body works miraculously to fix the health issues, whatever you have, no matter how many health issues you have. My dear brother and sister, so I'll be talking today. We have a misconception about the diet lifestyle. And because of that, we are developed with so many diseases. And we need to know the true causes of the disease and how to get rid of these health problems holistically, not like, piece of the part, you have a head problem, patch on it. You have a stomach, do something on it. No, whole body works together. If you support the whole body, what body is missing, no matter how many symptoms is developed, all is going to be gone, inshallah. And then I'll give you some example how to maintain the perfect health. So we all love food. We have a food too today. We have a food today too, right? Of course, we all love food. Any occasion, any Islamic program, any marriage ceremony, even funeral, food, birthday party, of course. And this is Sunnah too. Our Prophet ﷺ used to keep some snacks or food or whatever that time was available. He used to keep food for the halakha, Islamic discussion. That was the culture Islamic too, nothing wrong with it. The problem is that the food we eat, that is not the food science is showing us. That is not the food our Prophet ﷺ used to eat. And that is not the food 30 years ago people used to eat. Look at the food list we have. Okay, maybe this is too much, junk food. How about this food? This is the today's food, right? The young folks like this food. I don't know how much you like. I don't know how young you are. You look like very young. And so ask him. He's gonna, oh wow, yeah, I love it, and I do eat this food. So you might think, oh, I don't eat these foods, but this is the food we eat, right? When we party and stuff, right? So I want to ask you, do you think these food are okay? I want to hear from you before I put my comment on. Is it okay or no? Why not okay? Just want to hear some concern of the food. What's wrong with the food?
God is not right. I think it's bad.
Which is not right?
Like the burger, what is asking?
Okay, burger is not right. How about the chicken biryani, egg?
Bangladeshi people will thought the burger, this is actually unhealthy food, this is the healthy. That's what we thought.
Yeah, which is not. So what's wrong with the food? The egg is a problem, or biryani is a problem, rice is a problem? What's wrong with it? Anybody can tell me what is the problem with the food? This food you see.
High carb.
Very high carb. But the Japanese eat only carb, mostly, 90%, 80% carb. And my grandma, my grandpa, they didn't have a disease. They used to be having 80%, 90% carb. No disease there. So carb is not a problem. Any other issue with this food? Amount? I saw my dad, used to be eating 3 plates of food, no problem. So amount is not a problem. Yes, amount is. Is not a conventional. They have antibiotics, and because conventional form, they put a lot of antibiotics in the food, steroid, to make them quickly bigger, and antibiotic to survive the animals. So they're coming to us, they're chemical, synthetic chemical, coming to us, and we are killing our health. Any other problem with the food? It's not organic, so it has some additional chemical. Any other issue? Fat is okay. Fat and salt. Salt is good because of the someone come to my clinic with a high blood pressure. First thing I do, because I travel a lot. Whenever I travel, someone tell me, Dr. Haque, I have a blood pressure. I say, what do you do? Then why blood pressure? I say, I don't eat salt. I say, okay, from today, just eat salt and let me know. If you don't cure your high blood pressure, then I will let you know the other stuff. That means blood pressure, the number one missing is a salt. You might thinking that your doctor told you. Doctor told you not to eat white salt. White salt is the one salt. Pink salt is the 80 to 90 salts, or black salt or Celtic salt. And that salt is missing in the body. And because of that, you have a high blood pressure. It's the number one reason. So put back your blood pressure, put back your salt, your blood pressure might be normal. If it doesn't work, then you have to do animal fat and other stuff. Fat. So someone we very freaked out about the fat, but imagine that our body, fat is the one is maintaining our nervous system or developing our hormone. Hormone is a protein, that's hormone. It's creating our vitamin D, it's developing our brain. It's making even healthy cell, every cell made of fat, the big part, membrane part. So without fat, we cannot even think about our body for a second. We die. We won't have a single cell because Every day, every second, or every day, we develop 20 billion new cells. So each cell needs a fat. Imagine we're not eating fat, how are you gonna make your body? You have a defective body cell. We definitely don't want that. Any other issue? Anyone?
I think that the fat is not the quality of fat.
Yeah, yes, sir.
The vegetable oil fats are not good.
Vegetable oil fat is not actually vegetable oil. That's synthetic chemical. Look like a very shiny, very nice. And the fat, this fat in here, chicken fat, is not good because it's made of steroid hormone and some antibiotic. And so let me add a few more. As you said, oil is a problem. As you said, fat is a problem because it's not a good fat. As you said, rice is not a problem, but white rice mostly GMO, genetically modified. Maybe they have a salt. This is a white salt, most probably. In the party, you don't expect that they're gonna spend money to buy a Celtic salt or pink salt, right? So salt is a problem in here. And what else is the problem? They fried the meat. When you fry the meat, according to National Health Institute research, the class 1 carcinogens develop when you fry your meat. So this is a fry meat. It makes a carcinogen, HCA, HSCA. It's which makes cancer. Sorry, thank you. So the cancer-causing substances are being developed when you heat up too much with a fat cell, with any types of animal fat. You can burn non-animal fat, no problem. But animal fat burn, especially meat tissue, they develop class 1 cancer-causing substances. So that's the problem. So there is no single molecule of food ingredient in here, not a single. You might thinking egg is a good, yes it is, but this is not a real egg. This is a plastic egg. It's made of chemical, and they put some grain, they put some antibiotic and hormone. They grow a 20 pound of chicken in 5 days, or 5 pound. Big chicken with out of nowhere. How can this is and they're gonna put the egg for you? How you expect this is an egg? It's egg-like substances. So yesterday I had a seminar in San Diego. Someone saying that egg yellow color. I said, egg color yellow? How come egg yolk is yellow color? They said, yes, I never, always yellow color. Because we always eating wrong egg. Egg yolk has to be orange color because that's the yolk color supposed to be, because that's the omega-3 color. And our egg, mostly I see yellow color. And look at go get the real egg, you'll see that it's orange color. Anyway, so let's move on. Like this food, right? We love this food. Our snacks, our party times, anytime we want to enjoy food, we love this food. And this food is the one, all the processed carb, sugar. And imagine this food we eating morning, evening, all the snacks and the meal, after the meal and party time. And why this is a problem? I want to talk why this processed carb is a problem. Processed carb is a problem because when you process a carb, it depletes the nutrient, the digestive part, the nutrient part. Suppose a part is a bran and germ. Bran and germ is a part which is a fiber, antioxidant, and vitamins. When you process it, that depletes that. They leave off with only sugar, endosperm, inside only sugar part. That sugar part is the one you're getting, body cannot handle that. Because whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created something for us, He created comprehensively. He created aid with it. He created support with that so you can digest that. He created this brain, suppose this is a quinoa. He created quinoa for us with the endosperm, bran, and germ. We depleted the germ and bran and we left out with endosperm. So we have only sugar part, body cannot digest the food, and that sugar level high. And say, oh, I don't eat meat, why I got sugar? So the sugar is not coming from the meat only, it's coming from you wrong processed food as well. And sugar is another problem. Sugar is with many foods, because food have a sugar because this is a part of our culture. Like sausages, like any types of dressing has some kind of sugar, otherwise you don't enjoy that. This is becoming a culture. But the good thing is we have nowadays, because a lot of people getting aware of it, they are enjoying with a natural sugar, which is stevia, monk fruit sugar. But someone is healthy, of course you can have enjoy sugar as much you want. Make sure that will be honey sugar, coconut sugar, or fruit sugar, not a problem. But someone have a health issue and you're having this kind of sugar or hidden sugar, that will cause a lot of any health issue. You think about it, sugar is a problem, especially the processed sugar. And even a healthy person, if you take this processed sugar for long run, it is going to develop insulin resistance, develop the bad pathogens, infections, and fatty liver, and all other diseases. And you see example in here. So if you look at the food like this, every processed food in the market, you see they have some kind of sugar. But you try to get a real sugar as much as possible, which comes with fruits and which comes with the honey and stuff like that, right? So what happened with it? So any processed food or any sugar, they makes a body cannot handle that. When body cannot handle that, it makes a resistance to the body, because whenever body carrying too much sugar for a long period of time, body becomes resistant to it. So, and it's because it need to release so much insulin. Too much insulin, body becomes insulin resistant. That's called type 2 diabetes. And unfortunately, sometimes if on type 2 diabetes, people taking more insulin. Even though you have insulin resistance, insulin is there, but you're taking more insulin to lower down some sugar. That causing further problem, skin problem, neuropathy, kidney damage, and brain damage, and so many heart disease, of course. And fatty liver is a pretty common in the society, as you know that, because fatty liver is the one coming from the sugar as well, processed food as well. Because body cannot process any food, body put that as a fat cell in the liver. And it becomes long-term serious fatty liver, become liver cirrhosis. So, and antibiotic, as I said that 70% of our antibiotic production go into the animal fat, what is we trust for our protein nutrients. So imagine we are putting antibiotic in the body, and because the antibiotic, many research coming up is making all the health issues because it kills the good bacteria. Antibiotic